Mark, I'd like to get him a BlackBerry so he could keep everything on his calendar. He's a little forgetful.
If I could get him anything, I would get him probably a new driver and a new putter. He's a pretty good golfer, got a good swing. His driver's terrible, can't keep it in play, and he can't make a putt over 3 feet.
Well, I could say a lot of things, but I better not. Happy birthday, Mark.
It's a birthday celebration, and the Diamondbacks hope that their gift to you is a victory. Maybe a couple of Mark Reynolds home runs. It's the Diamondbacks going head-to-head with the Washington Nationals. 27 years young today, Mark Reynolds. He has provided an awful lot of fun and excitement to all of us. He is Mark Grace. My name is Darren Sutton, and welcome back to the ballpark. Well, Grace, he was a couple of years back. He exploded onto the scene. We didn't really, honestly, those of us that kind of covered the big league club, followed the big league club, who this double-A guy was. But, boy, he came up explosive. He has been explosive ever since, and improving in a lot of ways ever since as well.
Yeah, the one thing that stands out for me, I remember watching him play for the first time. It was in Colorado a few years ago, and nobody knew who he was. We really didn't know who he was, even in spring training that year. But he came on, and he really, as you said, he burst onto the scene. Some big hits in Colorado. He continued to shine in those first few weeks. Next thing you know, he just wrested the starting third baseman spot away from anybody that came after him. So Mark Reynolds has become an anchor over at third base, and he's become a guy, really, someday that I think is going to win a Gold Glove over there.
Getting better defensively, you just said it, and for him, I think Adam LaRoche, who provided a birthday wish, he's been a big part of anchoring Mark and his confidence over at third base. Speaking of confidence, when you hand the ball to Joe Saunders, especially the first time out, a guy who won 33 games in 2 seasons combined for the Angels in 08 and 09. I think a confident, very Kirk Gibson manager, very confident in handing him the ball.
Yeah, I think so, because first of all, he comes from an organization that wins,
right.
and he knows how to win. He knows what it takes to win in the major leagues. And what I like about him is his body language. He just stares right down the barrel of the gun at the hitter. Here it is. I am going to give it to you, and I'm going to give it to you with fastballs. I'm going to give it to you with good changeups. Good location. He's got all the tricks. He's got all the weapons he needs. And the thing I love about him, that body language, man. Let's play baseball.
Very comfortable. Our Haynes comfortable moment, no doubt about it. Straightened up Jason Worth, made it clear I'm here to pitch inside as well. A winner in Anaheim, we certainly hope, continuing to be a winner here in Arizona. Glad to have you with us. Mark McClune with a story inside that locker room. Victories, trying to count them in the second half. Outside of beating the Mets, got to find a way to beat somebody else, and McClune will explain the goals. Baseball brought to you by Gila River Casinos, proud partner of the Diamondbacks. Sanderson Ford, Arizona's largest Ford dealer. Southwest Airlines. Visit southwest.com. Grab your bag. It is on.
Back in live in downtown Phoenix, just about set for the first pitch in Game 204 between the Washington Nationals and the Arizona Diamondbacks. Joe Saunders making his home debut tonight for Kirk Gibson and the Arizona Diamondbacks. Now, it's hard to have a conversation and listen to what Kirk Gibson has to say without the subject of winning coming up, and it's starting to seep its way into the clubhouse. Take a look inside the clubhouse today and over the past couple of days, and you'll see certain signs in players' lockers. Now, Kirk Gibson's talked about bringing a football mentality to the team, and these are kind of like helmet stickers. You see win number 3 right there, and in Ian Kennedy's locker, and win number 4 in Barry Enright's locker. Those are for the players of the game. They get a sign in their locker, the player of the game does, saying that he's responsible for the win. This was not only Kirk Gibson's idea, but you might have seen the human calculator on our air. He prompted the Arizona Diamondbacks, Justin Upton and Mark Reynolds, to kind of start this, to kind of make things more numerical. Upton and Reynolds responsible for the signs of a player of the game. Has a great game, he gets a sign in his locker, kind of like one of those helmet stickers, those the football helmet stickers that we're talking about. Who will be the player of the game tonight? Well, let's find out. Joe Saunders could be that player of the game. He's walking in from the bullpen, set to take the ball for the first time in downtown Phoenix at Chase Field. Darren Sett and Mark Grace have the call, and it's next on Fox Sports Arizona.
Ready to go to work, makes his home here in the Valley. Washington ready to roll with some thunder in that lineup. And speaking of thunder, Saunders, the left-hander, very solid in that outing in Philadelphia. Jim Riggleman in his second season as the manager. Let's take a look at his lineup here in just a moment. We'll give you the 1, 2, and 3 out of the gates. It's Morgan, Ian Desmond, Ryan Zimmerman. We'll take you to the end of that lineup momentarily. First, let's play baseball. Glad to have you with us tonight. The 29-year-old left-hander out of Virginia Tech rocks and fires. First pitch swinging, high fly ball. An easy chance for Chris Young, and Niger Morgan is erased. Behind the top 3, it's Big Adam Dunn. And it's Willingham, it's Morse who put on a display in batting practice. Pudge Rodriguez, Alberto Gonzalez, and Scott Olson. The numbers presented by the UPS store for this left-hander. This is what we're talking about last time out. It was a no decision and eventual 3-2 loss at the hands of the Philadelphia Phillies. But he really was effective, didn't walk anyone. as that one is away to Ian Desmond, the young shortstop. In his last start in the American League, Joe, at Texas, huge game, very meaningful. Went 7, gave up 1 run, a 1-0 loss. C.J. Wilson beat him that time. 2-0 the count. Well, this young man opened our eyes last night, didn't he?
Yeah, offensively and defensively. Ian Desmond hit the ball very hard a couple of times and made a couple of really nice plays, and he takes strike 1. Boy, nothing better than starting your night with 1 pitch, 1 out on the leadoff man, Nigel Morgan.
Morgan probably a bit jumpy, struggles against lefties as Desmond bunts through that one. It's outside, 3-1 the count. And again for the lefty Saunders, it's fastball, changeup, curveball, slider in order of use. A very good changeup. That one is outside corner, 3-2 the count.
I think that was generously strike 2 there by Dan Bellino, the home plate umpire. I think that ball's clearly off the plate, but he called it a strike.
A little bit of cut, that one up in the zone. We'll do it again, 3-2 the count. Saunders making the 117th start of his major league career. He has 54 wins over 32 losses. An ERA of about 4 1/4. The 3-2. Fastball, big swing, high ball, center field. And another easy chance for Chris Young. He puts that one away. So a couple of outs in the air.
Well, after all these pitches on the outer part of the strike zone, now he comes, well, middle in. But that was enough to just get in enough to keep it in the ballpark. 2 quick outs here for Joe Saunders to center field.
And now slugger Ryan Zimmerman.
Did you notice the telestrating there? That was pretty big league, wasn't it?
Well, it was not only telestrating, it was telestrating over a graphic. And for most analysts, that would be a challenge. Notice I said most.
Most, exactly. Gregson Frampton and I on the same page as usual. He with the graphics, me with the telestrating.
0-1 the count to Ryan Zimmerman. Buried that pitch in. 0-2 the count. 18 home runs, 58 RBIs for Zimmerman. And a July that saw him hit .322.
I just like the way this kid plays the game. He doesn't take days off.
No, he doesn't, and he crushes that one to center field. High up and way out of here. Over that yellow line off the batter's eye for Zimmerman. Why take a day off when you can homer? 19 on the year. Washington leads it 1-0, and for Saunders, the 16th home run allowed this season.
Golly, was that ball ever mashed? Fastball down the middle, boom. I mean, a tape measure drive to the center of the batter's eye out in center field.
And so now big Adam Dunn right behind, fouling it off.
He took a big rip. Looking to go back-to-back with Ryan Zimmerman, but he fouled it back.
Well, the big Texan, Adam Dunn, homered last night for the 26th time this year. Zimmerman, with all the changes, meaning, boy, good-looking breaking ball. 0-2 the count.
That was the first one of the evening there. That was a dandy. Solo homers don't beat you, though, Darren. At least that's what they say. Who they are, I really don't know yet, but they do.
They don't a lot. I mean, if you give up 5 of them, they might beat you.
No, that's true. He gave up a couple of solos last night. Yeah, maybe they do beat you.
2-2 the count to Dunn. 5 times 100 RBIs, 7 times 30 or more homers, 7 times 100 or more walks in a season. You could sum it up by saying he's Big Adam Dunn. And he's got an eye for the strike zone, or at least certainly fancies himself as someone who does. He'll take a lot of pitches. Hard hit. Stephen Drew is shifted all the way around, and he puts that one away. Morgan Desmond Dunn retired. Not Zimmerman, though. That big left-hander battled Ryan Zimmerman. Zimmerman got it. Homestand, the Diamondbacks with some work to do as they trail Washington by a score of 1-0. Walking up with Chris Young, Kelly Johnson right behind on the lineup. Justin Upton had a 17-game hitting streak snapped last night. Southwest Airlines brings you the lineup, by the way. LaRoche, Montero, still talking about Livan Hernandez today. We'll explain. Reynolds, Drew, Ryle, and Joe Saunders. Left-hander Scott Olson, wiry left-hander out of Kalamazoo, Michigan. Began his career, many might remember, with the Florida Marlins as he fires strike one. Back up, getting a chance in the big leagues. His last start against Atlanta, 6 innings, 2 runs allowed, a win. He beat the Braves. He and his Nationals 5-3.
I've always liked his stuff.
Well, remind us about it as we see the numbers. Well, how does he get it done?
Well, a good low 90s fastball. He's got a big breaking ball, a changeup. He's got all the pitches. He's got plenty of weapons. Sometimes he just tends to get in his own way. Sometimes he has trouble clearing the mental hurdles of what it takes to be a major league pitcher. Sometimes a little too high with the highs, and a little too low with the lows.
A little number right toward the mound. He hops off the mound, sets and fires. Right to Adam Dunn. Defensively, the Nationals, and let's see how they stack up. Just about league average with regard to groundouts and flyouts. So Willingham, Morgan, Morse, Zimmerman, Desmond, Gonzalez, and Dunn. With Pudge Rodriguez, they'll all be busy. And they found a defensive spot for Big Adam Dunn. He is playing at first base. Played a little bit of both for the Diamondbacks, first and in the outfield. Well, I remember seeing him play some outfield at AT Park in a big ball game.
Oh, man, what a memory.
1-0 the count to Kelly Johnson.
Well, aired on judgment a couple of times.
Never airs on heart, never airs on effort. He's just a big fellow over there. What do you like to say that? What do you call those tree trunks coming out of Big Adam Dunn's?
He's got those big telephone poles coming out of his sleeves.
Okay.
He's just man strong.
Loves to throw the football around still. Okay, look at him. Loves playing the game. Blowing bubbles out there. Another Texan, Kelly Johnson, fouls that one off. 2-2 the count. 279, 17 home runs, 51 batted in. 1 for 4 last night. Coming off a month of July in which he hit .333. 2-2 the count. A lot of room in right center field, as you can see. Bounces it right into the defense. Gobbled up there by Alberto Gonzalez, who throws in time for the out. And now Justin Upton. Upton had his hitting streak end in his final at bat last night. Had a couple of base runners on. It appeared as if they were trying to pitch around him. It was a gutsy call, no doubt, but it seemed once it got to 3-0 that that was the case. And on a pitch that was clearly about shoe top highs, he went after it and rolled out to end the inning. Inning ended, hitting streak ended, as he takes a pitch over the outside corner, strike one. The 0-1. Big swing, fouls it off.
Justin got his pitch there and took the rip he wanted, but he came up empty.
It's primarily fastball slider for this left-hander as he hides behind his glove. I love that. That's the fastball. And when you can, from a left arm, get 92, 93, 94 miles an hour, you should throw a lot of fastballs.
That's more than enough.
And he hides behind his glove on the rubber, too. I call it the college look. It reminds me of a college pitcher. Hat pulled down low, behind the glove. Pretty good pitch. Fastball called low. Every time a D-back homers this season, would love to see Justin get one here. Fulton Homes donates $150 to the Youth Assistance Foundation. Upton's got 16 long balls. High fly. He beat it with that fastball. 91 miles an hour. Big Mike Morse comes in. And he puts that one away. 1-2-3. The left-hander, Scott Olson. Scottsdale Road and Loop 101. DriveTheBest.com. Colorado Tourism. Start planning your Colorado summer vacation today. Wells Fargo. Together we'll go far. And by the other guys. Will Ferrell. Mark Wahlberg. Belly-busting fun.
Promises to be.
Pitches away. 1-0 the count to Josh Willingham. Here in the second inning. 1-0 the Nationals lead it on a Ryan Zimmerman launch to straightaway center field. Outside with a sinking fastball. 2-0 the count. Saunders has never faced the Washington Nationals in interleague play. He had faced the Philadelphia Phillies once before pitching well against them again. Setting, firing, Steven Drew, long throw, not in time. Fine effort there by the Diamondback shortstop. But Willingham legs it out and continues a nice run against Arizona.
From shallow center or left field all the way across the diamond, just ahead of the throw is Josh Willingham. Great effort there from Stephen Drew. And a good call over there by friend of the show, Rob Drake. We gave him player of the day, player of the game one time down in Florida, if you remember correctly.
He took a
Rob
pitch
Drake.
clean off his leg, didn't he?
Right off the inside of his knee. Needed a little assistance there for a while, but finished up the ball game. And he was deserving of player of the game. And a good friend of the show.
Here's Michael Morse.
This guy is a mountain of a man.
He knocked down part of the ballpark over the left field wall.
Golly, look how big this rascal is.
He was beaten, though. He is a big fella, and he put on a big display in batting practice. But now they can just off a spot for him over there on the bench. Standing 6 feet 6 inches tall.
Hitting .344 coming into this contest.
Killing the baseball.
Golly. Remember I said it last night. Baseball players are just big now. Everybody's just huge. Center fielders, shortstops. Guys that can fly, but they're also 6'4", 225 pounds. All right, I'm done.
It's pretty good, though. I mean, that was a pretty good little soapbox. I liked it.
Well, I just think this generation of ball players, even though this guy's more my generation, and Pudge Rodriguez, the future Hall of Famer, but this generation's just getting bigger and bigger.
Drives the base runner and Willingham back to the bag. Pudge homered last night, and it was his 300th career home run as a catcher. There are 4 other catchers that have reached that mark, as that one is away. 1-0 the count. They're talking about it last night. Piazza, Fisk, Bench, and Berra. It's pretty good company.
Pretty decent players in their day.
218 hits away from 3,000. That might be a tall task, but then again, he doesn't appear to be racing out of this game at any point.
Well, he's still productive. And still one of the finest defensive catchers. And a guy that just knows how to get a pitcher through the game. I mean, these Nationals are full of young, talented pitchers. They need a guy like Pudge back there that's seen a lot in his day.
Rolls it onto the right side and rolls into a double play for the 20th time this season. For 6-3. Somebody might want to head out and warm up the pitcher. Outside of the box tonight, well, it was on this date, 1960, that Detroit and Cleveland traded managers.
Huh?
Jimmy Dykes to the Tigers, Joe Gordon to the Indians. You get out, you get out. We're just sending you away.
I never knew that.
On this date, 1960, Mark Rita in the truck producing, coming up with that gem. Thank you, Reed. Good stuff. And that one is
pretty amazing.
fouled off.
So you could actually go Kirk Gibson for Jim Riggleman if you really wanted to.
I mean, I guess so.
That's crazy. Go introduce yourself to all the players.
LaRoche into right center field, racing, and it gets by Morse. It will roll for a while. Adam hustling, thinking about it. Now he's going for it. On his way into third. Slide, young man. A triple for Adam LaRoche. His second three-bagger of the year. That's right. He's got another one. That's his second of the year. They love it out at the pool.
Triples sure do make you tired. Mike Morse took an angle that really wasn't the best, and then once it gets away from Nigel Morgan a little bit, oh man, do I really have to go to third base? Yeah, you do, Adam, and you're in there easily. Nicely done. Trust me, he's tired.
He's very tired. Anybody would be after a triple. Here is Miguel Montero. Lifts it into left field. Setting up his Willingham. LaRoche tags. He just had that long run. The throw to the plate is in time. And Pudge enjoyed playing that fine throw by Willingham. Did he ever play it well? Standing like a statue as it came home.
Great throw by Josh Willingham. One hop right on the button, and it had to be. And the tag by Pudge. Very risky play there with nobody out to send the runner on a shallow fly ball. Now, instead of a runner on third base and one out, you got nobody on and two outs.
Birthday boy Mark Reynolds fouls that one off. Talked about Mark coming on the air, 27 years old today. A lot of us wear our age in our gray hairs, or heck, losing our hairs. Mark wears his age on his back tonight. 1-1 the count. Swing and a miss. Good dive on that pitch. Tacos love them. Anytime the D-back scores 6 runs or more, Taco Bell gives away 3 free tacos with the purchase of a large drink. Right about dinner time, between 4 and 6 the next day at locations that participate. We'll see you at Taco Bell tomorrow. Pitch is low. 2-2 the count to the Sheriff.
There's a lot going on that side.
Some good signs the last few days, but not enough of them.
Yeah, we need more.
I don't know if I've told you folks since I came on board a few years back, we need more signs at the ball game.
I haven't heard you say that.
Pitch is just off the plate inside. 3-2 the count. Hit it here, Reynolds. Yeah, Mark, hit it there.
Yeah, hit it right there.
Where?
Oh. Well, no, that'd be a foul ball.
Just a little bit out front of it. Change up. 3-2 the count.
What is going on down there? Hit it
there.
Yeah, hit it out in the pool.
He was trying.
He was trying to hit it to the sign guy, yeah.
Hit it here. I love it.
That's all right. Bring the signs anyway.
It's high, but it's called strike 3.
That was a delayed call.
Dan Bellino must not have gotten the memo. You see, Dan, it's his birthday today. Gotta be nice to a man on his birthday. 1-0. Joe Saunders and the Diamondbacks down. First pitch swinging, lifted into left center field. Alberto Gonzalez is on the move. Touching first, heading into second. And that go gets past the cutoff man, rolls right on by. Kelly Johnson will come in and have to pick it up. Some sloppy baseball there, costing Arizona an extra base.
Well, Chris Young comes and just launches it over the cutoff man, and then Kelly Johnson can't come up with it. Now all Hades breaks loose, and boy, that was tough to explain right there, folks. That'll go as a double and an error, but who gets the error?
They gave it to Kelly.
They gave it to Kelly Johnson. Well, the throw went awry. And Kelly had to run from second base all the way to shallow left field to try to get the cutoff on a short hop throw that airmailed everything, and he gets the error.
Kind of backing up the play, if you will, in a way. Double cutoff.
Well, hopefully that'll be changed.
The 0-2. Oh, my goodness. What a play by Miguel Montero. Oh.
Great play.
Wow, that saved a run.
That wasn't an error. Well, somehow he's able to get that right shoulder on the ball. That's a great play by Montero. Now go ahead and get the strikeout here.
He did. He did get the strikeout, so the runner remains at third. Let's watch that play one more time, Gracie. That's what you're talking about.
This is such a crummy error to give to the second baseman. Okay, remember where second base is. Look where he's out in shallow left field backing up the play. Yeah, it got underneath him because it was short hopped. But that's not the right call.
Infield in. And he hit him. He just hit Nigel Morgan. Want to remind all of you about the weigh-in, your way in tonight's broadcast. To join us, log on to foxsportsarizona.com and click on the weigh-in link to share your thoughts on this topic. Who do you think will be the biggest surprise for the Arizona Cardinals this season? Some of your comments will be revealed later on in the broadcast.
I know one thing that won't surprise me. There was about 3 Donniebrooks up there. I mean, them Cardinals are out there throwing haymakers.
I need one here tonight.
We've been wanting those for a while. We got one up there in Flagstaff. I mean, big Darnell Dockett. There's going to be a double play ball.
6, 4, 3. There we go.
Just talk about the
right.
Cardinals and good things happen.
Well, talk about clearing some benches.
Yeah.
Get a little something going.
We're going to have a Pier 6 brawl here tonight, folks. Strap it on. Here we go.
I'll take Big Adam Dunn. I tell you what, we need to visit the pool. That's just the bottom line. And we're out there spending some time with some family, some youngsters enjoying the ball game. Glad to have you enjoying us and inviting us into your home. We're enjoying being a part of your evening. Thanks for opening up your living room to us as that one is away. 1-0 the count to Stephen Drew. The 1-0. High fly ball, deep right field. Morris goes back to the wall. Goodbye. For Stephen, home run number 6 on the season. And another Fulton Holmes homer.
Let's see where Pudge Rodriguez wants the pitch. He wants it down and away. Watch where the glove has to go. Uh-oh. He missed his spot badly, and Stephen Drew made him pay dearly. It didn't go to the pool, Darren, but it counted just as much.
Another $150 to the Youth Assistance Foundation. As Rusty Ryle gives his ride. And into center field, the play is made by Niger Morgan. So for Steven, that's a 10-game hitting streak. That's a good way to extend your hitting streak. We're tied at 1. Oh, handshake going on there.
Oh. It's a good way to get hurt, it looks like.
Steven almost got fired up there.
Yeah. And then Rusty, not very happy, just gave him a shoulder.
Move. Bouncing ball. And in time for the out. Gracie Kachinko, what is it? What in the world is Kachinko? I need to know.
Well, I'm glad you're asking, because you can find out and learn how to play right here at Chase Field by going to the interactive kiosk near section 111 during Arizona Diamondbacks regular season home games.
I look forward to heading out there, setting up the studio, doing our pregame show, post-game show, and calling the game from the Kachinko kiosk, as that one is a strike.
Tough day around here.
Oh, and 2 the count to Chris Young. Mr. Ryan Church is in the house. He is on the roster. We'll see what this means over the next few days. Church acquired in that Chris Snyder trade, one of 3 major leaguers coming back. With DJ Carrasco, Bobby Crosby, and now Ryan Church. But Juan Gutierrez went on the disabled list in a corresponding move with some shoulder tenderness. So we'll see, because now you have a bullpen that's a man short, simply put, or a 6-man bullpen. We'll see if it stays that way.
They'll be just fine.
They'll be all right?
Yeah.
Like I said a moment ago, we'll see if it stays that way. There's Bobby Crosby.
Another newcomer.
Chris Young, bouncing ball. Oh, my goodness. Did Big Adam Dunn stay in the bag there?
He sure did.
And he fires it back at Zimmerman as hard as he can after stretching him out like that. Stephen Drew with a homer. I'm hoping we might have caught that a moment ago.
baseman. Sometimes we get a little ornery out there. Just take a look-see. Wham! Right back at you, Ryan Zimmerman. That is just classic. Got to have some personality in this game, you know?
Well, he's got it. There's no doubt about that. He's got a big old lumber. Takes it up to the plate. Ryan Zimmerman the same. Pitches outside. 1-1 the count. Amica Insurance pitches seen for Ryan Zimmerman. He is pitched away. It's hit on the line, and it's a base hit. Well, he's homered. Now he is pitched away, and that's a beautiful piece of hitting.
Pretty, wasn't it? Pitch me down and away. I'm going to rifle it the other way. That ball wasn't just flipped the other way. That was driven hard on one hop to Justin the other way. And Big Adam Dunn going to get an opportunity with a fellow on first base.
Inside, 1-0 the count to Dunn. You can see some of the differences. A lower batting average, on base percentage of .333 this year against lefties. And the count is 1-1. Grounded out to short back in the first inning. And there you see both cases. And on base about 100 points higher than the batting average. Breaking ball, fly ball, center field. He was up in the zone, couldn't square it up though, and Dunn is retired.
Just missed it. But that's what Joe Saunders does, makes you just miss.
Well, as we go for a dip in the pool, our AT&T trivia question.
Promises to be a good one.
After Pudge Rodriguez, which two active catchers have hit the most home runs? Pudge Rodriguez, active catchers, most home runs.
Mike Piazza. We hit a lot of home runs.
But he's not active anymore, though. He doesn't play in the big leagues anymore. There's a strike to Josh Willingham. Well, it's funny, the guy who we talk about a lot, who's played in so many games over the last decade or so, is not a home run hitter, and that's Jason Kendall. So he's not on that list. There's no way.
Oh, I'm waiting.
I already said it's not a guess. Just sharing with folks. Don't guess Jason Kendall, because here's what will happen. Jason Kendall.
There you go. That's what I want to hear.
My goodness. Just want me to. 2-1 the count to Willingham.
My partner was a little ornery last night. He's starting to get a little edge to him tonight. I like it. It's when you do your best stuff, when you got a little anger.
Yes, don't guess John Hester. It's not enough time. He homered the other day. I mean, did he ever homer? Maybe don't guess like Snide Piece, Chris Snyder.
Snide Piece? Oh. There it is. Well, I bet you I know one of them.
Pinstripes?
Yeah. Got a few rings. When he strikes out, his dad calls him.
Oh, yes, I've seen that spot.
Okay, we'll guess that one. Jorge Posada.
Yeah, you got it. Well done. All right.
Thank you.
3-1 the count.
4-1 the count.
One's outside. It is ball 4, so a couple of base runners on.
Robbie Hammett. But for sure.
You know, it's coming up this weekend on Luis Gonzalez's big night. He just sent a text in.
Did he? Who's his guess?
Johnny Estrada.
Ooh. Well, that was a terrible guess, Gonzo. I think he's just been thinking about his big week and big night coming up. He's just a little off.
1-1 the count. Big swing, tops it foul. And you're talking about double plays. This left-hander has induced 14 of them this season.
2 tonight.
He has been a double play machine this year.
Well, don't miss a big event before this Saturday's D-backs Padres game at Chase Field. Diamondbacks will be retiring Luis Gonzalez's number 20 during a pregame ceremony that starts at 5 p.m. Plus, to commemorate the event, the first 15,000 fans will get a Luis Gonzalez bobblehead, courtesy of Chase.
Line drive, center field, knuckling a bit out there, but CY is able to put it away. A big out there for the second out. Fabulous job sneaking that read in there, too.
Thank you.
I mean, really well placed. I just got a guess. I mean, it's a real guess. Not that Gonzo's wasn't a real guess. I think. But I just got a real guess. Someone watching back in Wisconsin.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Jim Gantner. Do you remember that name? Former big
sure,
leaguer?
Gumby.
He is watching the show, and he wants to guess Jason Varitek. Or Tech, as he called him. How about that?
Well, that's a good guess. I wouldn't have guessed that.
Uh-huh. That man knows the game. Thanks for watching, Gumby.
I like Gumby. He's a good man.
He's a ball player. He was a ball player.
One old school, hard nose. Get down and dirty. Anything it took to win a baseball game.
0-2 the count on Pudge Rodriguez. I will never forget Gantner in that 82 World Series, eventually won by the Cardinals, jawing with Joaquin Andujar on and off the field.
And fortunately for Joaquin Andujar, he kept walking.
That one is fouled off. Hello there, ladies.
I have a feeling Gumby might have knocked his block off.
By the way, this club will be in Wisconsin next week, taking on the Brewers, those slugging Brewers. Prince and Ryan and Corey Hart.
That could call for a Donnybrook.
Pitches up and in. 1-2 the count.
Joe Saunders right on cue.
Why would that call for a Donnybrook? Because Prince can watch his homers on occasion?
Oh, no. I'm just saying, just talking about Jim Gantner and Joaquin Andujar, and then a pitch high and tight. I'm just in the mood for one.
Are you? That one is fouled off. One and two the count. 1-1 our score. Breaking ball, ground ball. Gobbled up by hard hitting Kelly Johnson, and he makes the play for the out. So a couple of runners stranded. Taking a dip in the National League, Joe Saunders finds the water just fine. Back of the ballpark, Washington and Arizona. 1-1 is our score. After Pudge Rodriguez, it was guest out there, Jorge Posada and Jason Varitek. Olsen goes back to work. Fastball over the inside corner. 0-1 the count. Kelly grounded out to second back in the first inning. Swing and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes. Pulled the string back on it. Kelly drives it to right field. Pretty well struck. Going back is Morris. Leaping with a outstretched glove, and he hauls it in. A fine play by Mike Morse. Big, tall right fielder. Tall enough to catch that one.
It's hit very hard. But back goes Morse. Just kind of purposely bangs into the wall there just to see what it felt like. I wouldn't want to be that fence. It's a big old boy.
You know, you're reminded with the fastball at 92, 93, and a good changeup. When you watch Olsen, how it can be challenging to hit him when he finds his way back in the big leagues here. A lot of knees and elbows and arms coming at you all at once. Changeup, and he sells it, boy. 0-2. Upton swung at that pitch like he was sure it was a fastball. And it was totally sold with flying at the dish by Olsen. That was a fastball.
That was a very good 0-2 pitch there, but really a good job by Justin to hang in there. Right in on his knuckles.
Didn't get the corner. Now, against Arizona, he has had no luck at all. Uptown and his mates have done big work. 4 starts. He is 0-2 with an ERA of nearly 9 in his career against the Diamondbacks. They have hit .368 against him coming into tonight. That one's low. 2-2 the count.
Trying to stay in. Maybe to sell this very next changeup.
He's checking the count, isn't he? 2-2.
And the career hasn't been too friendly against the D-backs. Let's see if he goes to the changeup after some fastballs in, Darren. Well, he went with the fastball away that time.
He shook Pudge off, so that's the pitch he wanted to throw, the fastball.
Hasn't thrown one since he had Justin take a bad swing at that changeup. He's been 4 fastballs.
3-2 here. There it was. Ground ball to third. And Zimmerman yelling at the baseball as he turns it loose.
That was the changeup. You're right.
Well, better said, that was Upton yelling at himself.
Now you got it. Hello, folks.
Everyone having a good time out at the pool tonight. Adam LaRoche, big swing and a miss. That's a slider. 0-1 the count to Adam. Adam tripled back in the second inning, but then was thrown out trying to tag up and score on a fly ball to left field. The 1-1 from the southpaw. Don't forget, by the way, Fox Sports Arizona, proud to support the Special Olympics of Arizona. Don't forget about the 3rd annual Red Rock Sprint and United Triathlon, or better said, Unified Triathlon. Saturday, September 11th at the DC Ranch Village Health Club and Spa. FoxSportsArizona.com for more information. And click on the community spotlight. 2-2 the count. Wonderful, supporting the Special Olympics of Arizona. 2-2. Play him to pull in the outfield, maybe a step on the infield. And he does pull it, and it's still past Alberto Gonzalez. Well, he hung around there, did Mr. LaRoche, and he earns himself a base hit. He's got 2 of those tonight.
Hit it right through the ship. I guess if you hit it hard enough, it'll even get through a ship like that. And you can see Gonzalez disappointing in himself, but I just don't think he could have gotten to it anyway, Darren.
So now Miguel Montero. Diamondbacks trying to piece together a nice solid run at home, especially here in the second half. They've been unable to do it. Their last 17 games here at home, they've won just 5 of them. Miggy takes a pitch away. Matter of fact, Arizona's first 37 games at home, 19 wins, 18 losses. Now that's not fabulous, but it's certainly not poor. And they have played some real struggling baseball here in their own house. Pitch is low, 2-0 the count to Miguel Montero. Well, he and Livan Hernandez finished their conversation today.
And?
Yeah, they were still chirping. Miguel saying, I'll get you next time. And
see you next year.
Livan saying, I'm sure you will. I'll make sure and call you the night before. But he was still, as he is told, he went around there by Angel Hernandez. 2-1 the count. Miggy was still steaming at Levo today.
Well, he should be mad at himself for getting caught up in the veterans game. And it all started with the phone call in the morning. It all started with the phone call in the morning. You know what? This kid's starting to swing a hot bat. I'm going to get in his head. I'm going to tell him he's got no chance against me. Da-da-da-da-da. He got Miguel Montero out there swinging out of his shoes, popping up balls, all the above. And the old veteran taught the young buck a new trick. You got nothing. No, you got nothing.
Levo came out and was glad to keep talking with him today just to catch up a little bit more. 3-2 the count, 2 out. Now it must be said how much Miguel actually respects Livan.
Oh, of course.
It's a good at bat for Montero. He didn't overswing in that at bat, did he?
Yeah, because Scott Olsen didn't call him this morning.
And say, I'm going to get you. All right, here's the birthday boy, Mark Reynolds. August 3rd. Certainly for Diamondbacks fans, a notable birthday. Well, happy birthday to you as well, young man. 8 years old today. Down the middle. Also happy birthday to Tony Bennett, Martin Sheen, Martha Stewart, James Hetfield.
Oh, James Hetfield.
Tom Brady. You like that, do you?
Oh, man. Metallica, lead singer. Now we're talking.
That one is outside. Yeah, happy birthday to Troy Gloss today as well.
Yeah, big Troy Gloss, former Diamondback.
His team had a tough night tonight, Troy. Those Bucketheads from New York visited. They won 3-2.
Uh-oh. Bucketheads.
High fly ball, deep right field. That's another Fulton Holmes homer. $150 to the Youth Assistance Foundation. That's what you do on your birthday.
A 3-run long ball. Fastball out over. He knows he got it. It sailed about 415 feet away into the pool area. Nice going, young man. 69 RBIs now for Mr. Reynolds on his 27th birthday.
How about that note? Old hat homering on his birthday. The third time he's done it?
Well, he's been around like 12 or 13 years, hasn't he?
I'm sorry I even got excited.
Probably like all 3 years.
Goodness.
I'm sure he woke up this morning and said, yep, I'm homering. Good morning, honey. How's the baby? Good. Well, I'm going to homer.
Well, why is that? Well,
because I always do. On my birthday.
Barry, you know it's my birthday?
Yeah, I know. You homer.
Zimmerman will give it a look. That one rattles around. What'd you get him, by the way? For his birthday?
I didn't get him anything.
Really?
No.
The Amica Insurance pitches seen for Stephen Drew. A lot away and down.
And the only reason I didn't, because on June 28th, he didn't get me anything for my birthday. So I showed him.
Oh, boy, you really did.
Yeah, see? Can you see how empty inside he feels?
Might need to see some counseling at some point.
Oh, yeah.
2-2 the count. Our Quest high-speed internet, high-speed pitch. Olsen and Saunders both touching 93 miles an hour. All right, the Diamondbacks lead it 4-1. Stephen Drew goes down on strikes. And he got all of us a gift on his birthday. You know, I gave him a nice set of Uno cards to play with on the plane with the guys. He gave me a 3-run homer. Joe Saunders goes to work, and it's a ground ball and a foul ball off the bat of Alberto Gonzalez. A little bit of run support never hurt anyone. Saunders has had none of it since mid-June. From June 14th, run support of a little bit over 2.5 runs per game. Top 10 lowest in big league baseball. That's in the American League with those Angels. Let's go to Mark McClone as we're talking waiting in the wings.
Waiting in the wings.
That's right. We go down to Yakima. Yakima Bears setup man Corey Davison is our Nissan waiting in the wings player in the Diamondbacks minor league system. Davison got married yesterday on the mound in Yakima before the game against Eugene. Davison, the setup man, having a good season, but his season just got a little better. That's his bride, Lexi. She was a pitcher at the University of Central Florida. She was wearing Mizunos. Part of the vows were, Lexi, do you take Corey even if he walks the leadoff batter? They walked out in a tunnel full of bats. And Corey Davison, a guy to watch, having a pretty good season, but also having a much better season now that he's married. Now, guys, I was talking with Jerry DePoto earlier. He said he was part of Tuffy Rhodes' wedding on the field. In your time in the minors and even the majors, how many weddings have you seen on the baseball diamond?
0.
We just saw the one in Detroit, but they weren't ball players.
That's true. That's true.
That was the only one, correct?
My old manager, Don Zimmer, got married on a minor league baseball field to his wife, Soot.
Did he really? That's
yes,
great.
Did. I saw it in Bull Durham.
That pitch is outside.
Candlesticks are good wedding gift.
Big Mac digging up a big league story there.
I was about to say before that great story, it's going to be interesting to see how Joe Saunders pitches this inning. This is the first lead he's had as a Diamondback.
That's a
and I was
great
interesting
point.
But man, that's such a good story. Now,
I think we're still interested to see, though.
Well, he's come out and got 2 quick outs. Now he's facing Niger Morgan, trying to have a solid inning and keep old Mo right in the third base dugout.
Bunting and fouls it off. 2-2 the count. Corey Davison, by the way, the young man Mark was speaking of, doing pretty good work out of the bullpen. Bouncing ball, ground ball, gobbled up.
That's what winners do.
It's exactly what they do, and they also bring gifts to a wedding.
Robert really thinks candlesticks make a good gift.
Baseball pool side here at Chase Field. Rusty Ryle to lead things off. 4-1 Arizona leads it thanks to Mark Reynolds and a 3-run home run, as that first pitch is a changeup for strike 1. Be curious to see, not just with left-handers out there, but how often Rusty gets starts out in left field, as he was beaten there by back-to-back changeups. Want to take a look ahead at what's brewing. Washington through Thursday. And then, of course, the San Diego Padres and their dominating squad come to town. Luis Gonzalez jersey retirement on Saturday against the Padres. Coverage beginning at 4:30 on Fox Sports Arizona. Joe Saunders, as that pitch is away. Saunders 0 for 7 now in the major leagues. Had a couple of at-bats in interleague play. I think it's time. I think it's time for that first big league hit.
You seem startled. You okay?
I'm a little bit startled.
Yeah.
1-2 the count.
Can't see it happening after that swing.
Come on now. How about Daniel Hudson the other day?
That was nice.
Had never had a plate appearance ever since high school.
Come on, Joe. You can do it. Yeah, he had zero chance. It's all right. You just keep pitching, young man.
By the way, speaking of pitching, Steven Strasburg threw a bullpen before today's game.
Yeah?
There is extended bullpens. There is a simulated game to follow. This is him out in the outfield before he got into the bullpen and then went to work. He will then start. There was a ball involved. No, there was a real bullpen.
That's like phony. He didn't even throw anything.
I think we captured him at a time in which he
now,
wasn't
folks,
throwing
take
the
my
ball.
word for it.
There's Steve McCatty, and look, there is
he did not throw a bullpen, folks. He just kind of went out there and stood around the bullpen. That doesn't count.
Anyway, according to many websites, we really have no video to support it. Steven Strasburg threw in the bullpen today.
We've got video to prove it.
Hang on.
Boy, what great form that was.
Swing and a miss. 2-2 the count.
Boy, I'll tell you what.
All right, here we go.
There's the ball. What are you going to throw, Steven? Oh, boy, this is intimidating. Diamondback hitters quaking in their boots after watching that bullpen.
What's going on with Strasburg?
I love that video support. So he didn't throw a bullpen. He just kind of went down there.
No, he threw a bullpen.
And strided out.
Your favorite guy, Jim Riggleman, your old skipper. As that one is belted, crushed into left center field. Chris Young has extra bases taken away. A fine play by Nigel Morgan. Olsen helped out there.
here on Fox Sports Arizona. Brad Steinke with you, getting you to weigh in on tonight's topic. All you got to do is head to our website, foxsportsarizona.com. Click on the link to weigh in. Tonight's topic, all about the Arizona Cardinals. What do you think is going to be the biggest surprise this season? Here's what Shocker 300 has to say. It's Matt's time. This will be the year Leinart shows he has matured and can handle the coverages and perform at a high level. Guys, we'll send it back to you. Still a chance to weigh in all night long. We'll have more on the postgame show. And Gracie, I know you're a big fan of the Big Reds, so
yes.
What's your biggest surprise this year for the Cardinals?
I think it's going to be the big boy in the middle that they just signed out of Tennessee, Dan Williams. I think he's going to step in and make some noise right out of the gate.
1-1 the count to Ian Desmond.
What do you think, Darren?
I'm still a new fan, have no opinion yet. I'm still memorizing the media guide.
Okay. Well, the Cardinals have decided they're going to restore the chirp this year.
It's a good call. The 1-1. Fly ball center field. Chris Young puts that one away here in the 6th inning. Well, let us see with regard to pitch count. Boy, he is just fine. How about 65 pitches for the left-hander?
Rolling right along here with one out in the 6th.
I'm told there was a Donnybrook at Fenway Park.
Where?
Fenway Park.
A fight?
Well, bench is cleared.
Haymakers?
Tribe and the Red Sox.
All right. Who got beat up?
Now we're still doing some research.
Yeah, I don't blame you, folks. Ooh.
Inside. Yeah, Saunders, that 1-2-3 inning that you were talking about after the Reynolds homer, goes back to work. And right away gets a quick out here. That one is lifted up and into the seats.
If you're looking for affordable summer entertainment, look no further than Chase Field. You can get a ticket to a game plus for just $8 plus. There's tons of value items around the ballpark, like hot dogs and popcorn for $1.50, beer for $4, or souvenirs for just $3. Steve Wright, 3 Joe Saunders continues his roll through these Nationals.
I tell you, Christmas is close. You want to save up, find your values. Kurt Zach, our fine statistician.
Zach? There's a breaking ball. Right over the top of it goes Ryan Zimmerman. What is going on here?
Well, he's excited for the holidays. And so with the value items, you'll save some dough.
Santa's here. It's good to see. He's getting some sun before he heads back north.
Just a dozen more days till Christmas.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. It's not even close to Christmas, folks, so just pay no attention to these goons I work with.
1-1 the count.
Yeah. Yep. Johnny wants a toy soldier. He lives in Biloxi, Mississippi. Yeah. Amy needs a Barbie doll. Yep, she's in Sacramento. Okay.
The 2-1 to Big Adam Dunn. Big shift is on. Kelly Johnson playing Rover. How about this? Since the big Mark Reynolds home run, 6 in a row sat down by the veteran left-hander. our Blimpie game summary. Ryan Zimmerman straightaway center field. A no-doubter, you bet, getting it going offensively. Stephen Drew with a homer. All of a sudden, it's a 1-1 game, and then a little bit later on down our journey, Mark Reynolds celebrating his 27th birthday today. Visiting the folks in the pool, you bet it's a round tripper. And with that 3-run shot, Arizona leads it as we move to the bottom of the 6th inning by a score of 4-1. For the Nationals, a run on 4 hits and no errors. They have stranded 3. Arizona 4-4-1. They've stranded no one. As Olsen, the left-hander, fires strike 1. Trust early in the week you've had a good one to this point. Thanks for joining us tonight, inviting us into your living room. Get a chance, we look forward to seeing you down at the ballpark on this homestand. The series continues with the Washington Nationals. And then the San Diego Padres come to town over the weekend. I want to come check out and see what these Padres are all about this year.
I can tell you what they're all about.
What is that?
Pitching and timely hitting. But boy, their starters are good. Their bullpen is, I mean, maybe the best in all of baseball.
Right past Adam Dunn.
Adam just didn't feel like going to its right. It didn't look like there. You just keep hitting home runs, big fella. Take a look at Adam Dunn. Yeah. That play right there, he kind of had the range of a highway cone.
Mm-hmm. Ah, you're right.
You know, those pretty orange things that, you know. But he hits homers.
Oh, he'll hit some homers, isn't he?
And we love him.
A couple of Texans swapping stories there. Deep sea fishing. And that time that one of them got seasick out on a boat. Justin Upton takes a pitch at his low. 1-0 the count. Padres and Dodgers playing tonight. Bottom of the 3rd inning. Los Angeles leads San Diego 2-1. Meantime, San Francisco leading Colorado 7-0.
San Francisco's just decided they don't want to lose anymore.
And the Padres lead the West by 2. Change up in a good one, 1-1. They lead the West by 2 over the Giants. Upton has seen a lot of changeups. The fastballs have been for show and in. Runner goes, changeup, throw down by Pudge. My goodness, what a beautiful throw by the future Hall of Fame catcher.
That's a big reason why he's still at the top of his game. That gift that is called his right arm. I mean, what can you do if you're Kelly Johnson other than just put your head down and head back to the dugout? That's impressive.
And he still got him as that one bounces in there, with Gonzalez actually playing at a good half a yard behind the bag.
Yeah.
And then went forward with the tag. He didn't even get there in time.
It was beyond waiting on him.
Two. I mean, here's a guy. If you're a good thrower, a little bit above average, you're throwing out maybe 29, 30%. And that's in a year. You know, you might have a down year. In his career, 42% he has thrown out.
That is so good.
Bouncing ball up to him. I give him credit there because he had been peppered with all sorts of junk. Finally, on that fastball, he tried to sneak it by him.
He just went the other way with it. You're right. He got a fastball away and just did a great job of going the other way with it.
Because it beat him. I mean, really, it had the effect of getting by him.
But he let the ball get deep, let it travel. and drove it the other way. It reminded me a lot of Andrew Jones.
Here's Adam LaRoche.
Adams had himself another good ball game. 2 for 2 tonight with a triple and single.
Don't forget, by the way, Jack Magruder online with you. Go to foxsportsarizona.com and join in every Wednesday for a chat during the D-backs broadcast. Next time tomorrow at 6 o'clock during the
Jack.
Nationals D-backs game. And Andrew Jones doesn't let the ball travel at all, by the way.
Sat on that one a while.
0-1 the count. Justin does. Now Andrew's having a nice upstart kind of a year. Surprising, rebuilding things.
I saw a trivia question today, Darren, that I think you might be interested in. And I'll get to it eventually.
Did it come from our production truck?
Yes, it did.
Try me, I guess.
4 players all time that have 400 homers and 10 gold gloves.
Oh, boy.
400 homers and 10 gold gloves. There's 4 in the history of the game.
The 1-1. I'm guessing the reason you asked, and we were just talking about him, that Andrew Jones is one of them.
Andrew Jones is one of them.
You would forget, as he got a little bit bigger and didn't have quite the range and got home run happy. I mean, let's be honest, that's what happened to him in his career. That early on in his career, he was a gazelle who was known for his defense first.
He was one of the best center fielders I ever played against, if not the best, there for about a 10, 12-year run.
How about Willie Mays?
That's another one.
Long pause, boy, really working up to. That'll put some concrete in your legs if you're the hitter and the base runner. 2-2 the count.
One of your favorite all-time players is one of them. Ken Griffey Jr.
Oh, well, not surprised.
So that's 3.
I started thinking about Aramis Ramirez when you said
that. He's right there, but he's about 200 homers shy and about 10 gold gloves shy.
2-2 the count.
I'll be surprised if you get this, actually, even though he was a great, great player. No longer active. Now I'll give you another hint. Hall of Fame.
I would hope so. Bouncing ball. Well, they had a huge shift on. It's Watch Upton. He doesn't even think twice. Right into third he goes. I mean, a huge shift on to pull. Standing right next to one another were Alberto Gonzalez and Adam Dunn. LaRoche just hit a hard ground ball to what would have been second base.
The big shift. And look at Upton just thinking 3 all the way, flying. That big man, it's fun to watch him run the bases. Hits the bag perfectly in stride and just coasts to third base. There's a clue right there for the 4th one. It's not Mark Reynolds. He's still a little shy of those numbers.
Okay.
But that's a hint at maybe the position he played. A hint at maybe the position he played.
Miguel Montero on a line, hanging up there for Morgan. Upton races home. 5-1 the score. So for Miggy, he has scored a run, he has driven in a run, 23 RBIs. Arizona leads it 5-1. As he steps into the box, we compared him a lot last year because we had scouts that had seen both. Mark Reynolds, how about Mike Schmidt?
There you have it. It's Mike Schmidt is the fourth. So it's Andrew
That's a
Jones,
great question.
Mike Schmidt, Ken Griffey Jr., and Willie Mays. So Andrew Jones is in some pretty tall company as Scott Olson will leave.
Colin Ballister is on. We'll reset with hole number 99 when we come back. Against in the distant past. Going back to 2009, Colin Ballister. Reynolds left the ballpark in Washington, D.C. So, Colin goes to work with an ERA of over 6, coming up from the minor leagues, doing his work, the right-hander. Mark takes a good-looking breaking ball for strike one. Surprised you did it there.
Well, that's a knee knocker right out of the gate. Well, he's got a big old woolly mustache.
Had started down in AAA in Syracuse and also worked out of the bullpen. 23 years old, out of Huntington Beach, California. One of the mustache capitals of the world out there in Huntington Beach. The 1-1. Oh, no. Oh, no. It got him in the helmet. Oh, boy. And it was 95 miles an hour.
Well, after you hit a 3-run homer your last time up, unfortunately you get one in the helmet. And that stinks.
Oh, that's good to see.
Looks like he's cut just above his eye. Starting to get a little swelling there. Well, you just hope that's all it is.
Oh, my goodness. Thank goodness Mark able to get up and walk. Of course, Jason Bay recently with the concussion after banging into a wall. For precautionary reasons, no matter what, you get him out of this game. Here it is again.
Thank the Lord for helmets. And that one just barely got the edge of the helmet. Pudge Rodriguez right there to check on the ability. And now there's been a warning. There's been a warning.
It was on a 1-1 count.
Two breaking balls and then a fastball right in Mark Reynolds' coconut.
So both sides warned by the home plate umpire, Dan Bellino. Warnings. That, of course, means now he went out and told the pitcher that it is up to the umpire's discretion. If someone else is hit, you will be tossed from the ball game based on intention.
If they think it's on purpose.
Based on intention, that's exactly right. Both managers or the manager of the team as well.
I want a fastball away. He sets up outside.
Yeah, he just missed a spot by 100 feet.
I hope he didn't. I hope he didn't throw that where he wanted to.
Oh, and 2 the count. Breaking ball. That's strike 3.
Well, let's see how the Diamondbacks react.
Hitting the helmet. Colin Ballister talking about it with his pitching coach, Steve McCaddy. Taking a quick look ahead at what's brewing, brought to you by Miller Lite. Washington in town. Of course, this is a nice long 4-gamer. We'll continue on for the next couple of days. The Padres in this weekend. And Luis Gonzalez jersey retirement Saturday night against the Padres. So Joe Saunders goes back to work. There was a moment where Ballister wanted to edge closer and closer to see if Mark was all right. And Kirk Gibson, and he did it in not an angry manner at all, but just said, you know what, we better send you back to the mound. And Ballister immediately turned and walked back to the mound. Let us settle this. Head on back out there.
Well, we'll see how the Diamondbacks react. And one of your star players gets hit in the brain. Well, let's see. Yeah, you've done enough. Go on back to the mound.
The 1-1. Breaking ball. 1-2 the count as he drops it in there.
Well, first and
fastball.
foremost, right now, you just hope Mark Reynolds is okay. Head injuries are nothing to sneeze at. You know, they can lasting effects. Yeah, I'm sure he's probably got a rock solid concussion.
Bouncing ball to short. Steven boots, recovers. Not in time. So that'll be an error on the shortstop, Stephen Drew. As Willingham reaches. And Mike Morse. Fly to center, line to center. And we promise you this as soon as we know anything about Mark, who has been the center of attention because on a lighter and much more warm note, today is his birthday. He homered today, as we mentioned earlier, in his next at bat. That's what happened on a 1-1 pitch. 1-1 the count. Let's talk about old school baseball, Gracie, and kind of policing, if you will, the game by players in defense of their own. There isn't a specific time. It could happen anytime during the series, but you'd know if you were Washington.
Oh, sure. Yeah. You know, there's all kinds of different ways to handle it, and it might not be handled tonight. You don't know. You don't know. But if you're talking about old school baseball, it would have probably happened this inning. And as that was tapped short, another double play.
I'll tell you
what. Third one from Joe Saunders.
17 on the year.
Well, the more you watch him pitch, the more you're impressed, Darren Sutton. Stephen Drew made the error prior, but he gets the ball hit right back to him and takes care of business. 6-4-3. But getting back to the subject, usually you would take care of the guilty party, and that would be the pitcher, Ballister. He's not going to hit.
No.
He's not going to hit. Quick inning there.
We'll continue the conversation. Tend to think, too, back in the day, if you will, to use a much-used phrase, there weren't such quick warnings.
True.
First chance to see Joe Saunders in person, and Joe, your thoughts so far?
Economical. He's got his pitch count down. He's got a great tempo work, and he was in some jams early in the game, but I'm going to look back on how he was able to pitch out of those and keep the Nationals in check.
A lot of ground balls as well. We'll also have obviously the latest on Mark Reynolds. Guys, we'll send it back to you, getting set for Quest D-backs Live as soon as the last out is recorded. See you then.
Thank you very much. Very, very good work. And when this gentleman tosses at least 7 innings in his career, he is 30-4 in 41 starts. 30-4. So Ballister goes back to work as he fires that fastball away. 1-0 the count. He worked a couple of days back. Ballister did. As that one is outside. And against Philadelphia, Ballister got a little bit wild. And we were told, and we're doing some research on it, that in the same situation, he hit a batter as well. That one is up and in.
I would imagine a lot of these right-handed hitters probably thinking about what went on prior, watching Mark Reynolds get nailed. So they're probably not in any big hurry to dig in against Ballister.
Our APS Energy All-Star, Joe Saunders. Double plays, a pitcher's best friend, but you know what? You've got to make pitches to get double plays. And he's made pitches.
They don't come by accident. You've got to make pitches. You've got to stay down in the zone. And you got to get some late sink, because that one's bunted nicely. Nice job by Joe Saunders, just having another rock-solid ball game. Beautifully bunted, firmly to third. He doesn't get to do that in the American League with the Angels, Darren. He gets to help himself over here in the National League. He gets a dugout full of high fives and fist bumps.
That was mistaken, by the way. Ballister got wild a couple of outings ago. He's just gotten back to the big leagues. It was against Milwaukee, and he got Ricky Weeks up in the head area as well.
Did he?
And again, you and I were talking during the break. We'll just bring you folks in on it because we're all family here. At times, when you listen to a guy that played as long and successfully as the man sitting to my right and shedding kind of the clubhouse and dugout view, it's not always intent, is it? Sometimes it's just you're in the big leagues, you need to just be better than that.
Yeah.
Correct?
Exactly.
Okay.
And I don't think Ballister tried to hit Reynolds in the head. I don't think so.
I don't either.
I think he was trying to. I think it didn't matter what Pudge Rodriguez, because Pudge Rodriguez threw down a fastball away. Pickoff play. Nothing doing at second base, but also, if you're the Diamondbacks, if you're Kirk Gibson, all right, young man, if you don't know how to pitch inside, if you're going to keep drilling guys in the brain, then don't pitch inside. Stay away, stay on the outside corner.
Three and one the count. Nowhere close. Chris Young saying at least he missed on that side as he draws the walk. So Jim Riggleman's seen enough. double switch. We'll reset when we come back. And the Braves battling the Mets, beating the Braves, the Phillies beating the Marlins, and Phil's now 2 back. That's what's going on there. San Francisco leading Colorado, Los Angeles leading San Diego. The Pods lead the National League West by just 2 over the Giants, just 2. Very interesting stuff. Young man getting himself.
Attaboy, get you a lid.
Try it on.
Try that on. Yeah, Merry Christmas, young man.
Wow.
That is such a great treat.
Well, once again, it's still almost 4 months away.
Hey, by the way, our good friend Doug Slayton takes the baseball and goes to work. 3.6 AT ARI. And the breaking ball dives down and away. Part of a very solid bullpen in 2007 that was anchored by Jose Valverde in the back end. You can clearly say that without that group, that entire bullpen, this club wouldn't have been playing in October.
I don't think there's any question about that. He had a great 07. Then struggled after that.
1-1 the count. Speaking of division races, is there one anymore in the American League West?
Texas has just run away. They have just run away.
They're tied right now in Seattle 2-2 in the 5th. And today, Baltimore beat the Angels in Buck Showalter's managerial debut.
Oh, good for Buck Showalter.
The 1-1. Funky slider up in the air. 1-2 the count.
Wow. They are running away. Folks, if you're traveling this season, take the D-backs with you. Subscribe to Fox Sports Arizona's coverage of D-backs baseball on MLB.tv. Catch every D-backs game live or on demand on your computer. MLB.tv. Baseball everywhere. Wake up!
One and two the count. Lefty on lefty here. Brett Favre. And the pitch off the end of the bat. Into center field. It's a base hit. Coming on around to score is Rusty Ryle. Lefty on lefty. Kelly Johnson with his 52nd RBI of the year.
Now Kelly Johnson just flips it out there into center field off the end of the bat, and it just escapes the glove of Ian Desmond, and then Nigel Morgan comes in, and Rusty Ryle running hard after he sees it land, and Nigel Morgan came in and honestly gave one of the worst throws I've ever seen that allowed him to score. Tacos, anyone?
Oh, it's time. Now those tacos, they're not retiring, they're back. Swing and a miss. My goodness, a huge cut there from number 10. Trying to hurt his old teammate.
Well, you already got him, young man. You have already got him. I like the soft ones.
Yeah, I like my tacos with arms like those.
Ew.
A little chopper, middle of the diamond. And everybody is safe. I was about to say, but it was picked up just in time to get Kelly Johnson.
That's our old buddy Joe West out there at second base with the call. Desmond initially dropped it. I think he recovered in time to get the force out at second base. And he drops it, but then he controls it and steps on the bag just before Kelly Johnson gets there.
Good call. This club is 27-1 on taco nights when they score 6 runs or more.
6 or more. They win.
I'm looking forward to seeing all of you folks at Taco Bell tomorrow. We'll head over there before the game.
We will. I'll be 4 and 6, right? I'll buy the drink.
Between 4 and 6. You take care of the 2 drinks, and I'll take care of the free tacos.
For some reason, that just doesn't surprise me.
2-0 the count to Adam LaRoche. Right down the middle, 2-1. The bad news, of course.
What's the bad news?
Is the club only has 12 other wins outside of those taco nights.
And early August, yeah, it's kind of a bummer.
Sorry to bring you down.
Nope, not even you're going to bring me down tonight, Darren Sutton. That one's popped up a mile high.
Put away over on the third base side. Joe Saunders getting ready to go back to work. Let's see if there's a score to settle at any point in this one. I mean, what a welcome sight that is.
Probably out there in case the bench is empty.
That is exactly right. You know what? And we'll wait till this batter comes and goes. But we owe him especially with that effort. Either way, we owed it to him. But we owe him, Gracie, a happy birthday song.
Ah, very true. Very true. Let's. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mark. Happy birthday to you.
Hang in there, pal.
He's a tough kid. That's one thing we know about him. I mean, that ball clobbered him. He's got a little bump up in that area, too, as well. And that's where you go on home and tell your wife, yeah, but you should see the other guy.
Well, will there be another guy? Swing and a miss. That's strike 3. The good work for Saunders continues as Gonzalez is done. Our Chaz Roberts cool playing the 4th. Home run on your birthday. Ho-hum yawn for the 3rd time. You've homered on your birthday.
It's unbelievable. Well, I guess when you hit a lot of homers like that, like he does, now why not? Well, that is a shot he took. But boy, that's great to see him out there and yucking it up with his teammates and enjoying what right now is a 5-run cushion.
As we all know, though, folks, in sports and with injuries, they will watch him closely for a while.
Sure.
Because of the lingering effects. Any sort of a head injury, you can see what Saunders has done. That's the summation of his starts with 7 or more innings in his career. That's incredible.
I got hit in the head one time in my career, Darren. It was in the minor leagues. And I don't, to this day, I don't remember that game.
Really?
I don't remember it happening. I don't remember anything about that day. It happened in 1987 when I was in AA.
Were you unconscious?
Well, they said I was unconscious for about 2.5 minutes.
Wow.
And I don't remember.
That's a long time.
Yeah. So, but that explains a lot.
Yeah, it actually does.
Thank you.
You know, the more you say.
They said about 2.5 minutes, though. But concussions back then weren't as researched as they are now. And back then, man, come on out of the game, go back to the trainer's room. You got your bell rung. You didn't even talk about concussion. You just got your bell rung, and you did. You did get your bell rung, and you sat out a couple of games till somebody finally answered the phone, and then you were back in there. Over there talking to Juan Gutierrez, who is part of the MASH unit as well. And Jack Howson, well, you didn't really need to hit me in the head. Smart play right there by Adam LaRoche. Don't make an unnecessary throw if you don't have to. Take the out with a 5-run lead.
If you're just joining us, you can see the small cut above his eye. This is what happened. "95 miles an hour."
And the other thing you have to protect against is that one's popped up. Miguel Montero giving it a chase. And Joe Saunders just continues to dominate the Nationals.
1 run allowed in 8 innings of work. Arizona leads Washington 6-1. Great souvenir. You're real close, young man. Stay back down behind that net. Good stuff, though. Enjoying the ball yard. Miguel Montero to lead it off. Hope to see you at this homestand. Come on out. Holler down to those boys on the field. Let them know you're here. And enjoy yourself. Come support Mark Reynolds. Kirk Gibson's boys. Pitches away, 1-0 the count. The Diamondbacks coming into play today, 39-67. And certainly as you play today, the one thing I think every day that has to creep into the back of your mind with your place in baseball history, as Montero puts that one on the ground and it's a base hit, is that you want to avoid 100 losses.
Absolutely.
At any and all costs. This club just goes 24-32. They will avoid it. For sake of comparison, Buck Showalter's expansion club, same exact amount of games, was 38-68, and it became a point, a rallying cry. We're not losing 100 games. They went 27-29 from this point forward the rest of the way.
Well, you hate that to be your goal.
With an expansion club, it makes sense.
Yeah.
With this one, you don't set out for that at any point, especially early in the season.
You just go out and win every possible game you can. Win every one of them. That's all part of changing the landscape. That guy's changed a lot of the landscape.
He certainly has. That one is up and away. 1-1 the count to Augie Ojeda, who came on for Mark Reynolds. Some of the newer faces. Mr. Hudson, Daniel Hudson, beating the New York Mets. High pop.
Big Adam Dunn will take care of that.
You know, Mark McClune with a great second segment before we started the game, kind of unearthing in the locker room just what those mean. Similar to helmet stickers, if you will, for a football player. If you played
So
a
if
part,
you get a sack?
Sure, you get a sack, you throw a touchdown, whatever helps to get the win. You get that tagged in your locker there, just a reminder.
Oh.
The players have pieced that together. So tonight, who gets the win sticker, if you will?
So there's only one?
There's only one. There may be two tonight, though.
No? Well,
if there's one, let's say there's one.
If there's one, it's that man, Joe Saunders.
If there's two,
it's Joe Saunders and Mark Reynolds.
Maybe an exception.
Yeah.
The 1-0 to Stephen Drew. 1-1 the count.
Yes. Stay close to the trainer just in case, Marco.
One and one the count. Mark McClune, give us a little bit more of the background with regard to the players, as you have found out, and/or coaches. Who's behind this?
Well, right now it's Mark Reynolds and Justin Upton who are behind it. This actually started when we had the human calculator on and kind of encouraged the team to look at the numbers. And that was Kirk Gibson's initiative, and it kind of filtered down to the players. And the players have really taken ownership of giving out the helmet stickers. So I guess tonight, with Mark Reynolds and being one of the guys in charge of giving out the signs, does he give one of these to himself?
Yeah, I don't think Mark's that type. He'd take maybe somebody wearing some seams on their backside.
Yeah, he'd probably give them a helmet stick. Now, what's the human calculator got to do with winning baseball games?
I think he was there the game. He was there to lighten the mood, I think. I mean, Gibby was in there to kind of stir the brain up a bit, lighten the mood, because he's an entertainment act more than anything.
He's incredible.
He is quality.
He's incredibly talented. It's legit. Don't really understand why a player of the game has to do with it. All right. Maybe I'm just a little lost after that shot to the head I took back in '87.
Never been the same, have you?
Yeah, it's been a struggle.
2.5 minutes, though. A long
That's
time
what
to
they
be
told
out.
me. Been clawing through the cobwebs ever since.
0-1 the count to Rusty Ryle. Big swing back to the screen.
Mighty rip at a changeup that was up in the zone, fouled it straight back.
Ryle in 12 starts in left field, hitting .319. Joe Saunders on deck. Boy, I'd love to have another chance to see him get a hit.
Would you now? He's going to go out there try to get a CG, a complete game. It's called a ball.
That's a pretty good pitch.
It was a really good pitch.
But thus far, Ryle's numbers as a starter, pretty good. They stack up. Parr at 266 as a starter in left. Connor 226 when he started in left, and Cole Gillespie below 150 as a starter. That time, though, he goes down. We will not get a chance to see Mr. Saunders, in fact, hit. He's grabbing that glove, and he's going back to work. Grab your bag. It is on Blimpie. Come to Blimpie and try 6 new healthy items with less than 400 calories and 6 grams of fat. The lighter stuff. And by Quest High-Speed Internet, blazing fast speeds. They don't burn up your wallet. Valley Hyundai dealer, 7th inning, stretch your dollars. Hyundai, now the most fuel-efficient car maker in America. ValleyHyundaiDealers.com. Yeah, we will definitely win one. And thank you, sir, for your service. Thank you so much. Be safe.
Very
Godspeed.
much so.
Good stuff. Joe Saunders trying to go the distance. Ryan Zimmerman first. Swings right through it. 0-1 to count. 2 this season. 4 in his career. 2 as an Angel this year and 1 shutout. Breaking ball misses in, high and in, 1-1 the count. Adam Dunn waits on deck. Zimmerman homered back in the first inning. Outside with a changeup, 2-1 the count. An efficient 100 pitches at this point.
Now he's been fabulous. Beyond fabulous.
Big swing, but he's late on it. After the changeup, the fastball looked like it was 95. Two and two, the count. Strike three. Zimmerman is done.
He thought it was inside, but Dan Bellino thought it got the inside corner. And a stunned Ryan Zimmerman will have to head back to the dugout.
So a big shift. Stephen Drew trying to figure out where he's supposed to go. He settles in now as Dunn takes a breaking ball for strike one. Adam grounded out, flied out, and then put another one on the ground to second. So he is 0 for 3. Outside corner, 0-2 the count. The 0-2. Breaking ball in the dirt. Dung slapping at that lead leg, saying, get it down. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Saunders, the left-hander, the Virginia Tech alum, takes away. 2-2 the count. Foul ball. We were talking earlier, by the way, about a great gift for Mark Reynolds on his birthday. Our Geico quote, we have to tie it one more time. Candlesticks making a nice gift for Mark. A bag of ice maybe as well. You were mentioning conversations on the mound and the way they go. We want to thank our good friends and partners with Geico. Now back with a 2-2, and on the hands, popped up. This won't be easy, but yet you have a sure-handed defender. That's what makes it key. Augie, a usual middle infielder, in for Mark Reynolds. On a big shift, was essentially playing short, so.
And it's time for these fans to get on their feet and tell Joe Saunders just how much they appreciate this effort tonight. Come on, folks. Come on, folks.
The left-hander acquired
there you
for
go. Get
3 prospects and the deal. It was not just Joe Saunders for Dan Herron. It was Joe and 3 others coming over. Right down the middle, strike one. Joe makes his home here in the Valley. The 0-1 inside. Didn't get the call. 1-1 the count. 17-game winner 2 seasons ago. In 2009, he won 16 games. The 1-1 pitch to Willingham. Outside corner. Strike 2. The 1-2. Hit on the line and into center field. It's a base hit. So not quite done yet. Gives me a chance to quickly rehash a quote that his pitching coach Mike Butcher gave us before his first start when he was talking about the left-hander. He spoke with a lot of respect for the work he did physically heading into this season, and he said, I quote Mike Butcher, he took control for the first time of his career heading into the season, physically and mentally. The better part of his career is yet to come. Speaking of the man who he used to coach in Anaheim. Adam Kennedy, speaking of Anaheim, digs in, and Miguel Montero couldn't catch that one.
Well, that'll probably go as a pass ball on Miguel.
Oh, you bet it's a pass ball. The 1-0. High fly heading into the corner, and it's a foul ball way out front.
And he broke his bat. He'll have to get some new lumber. Slaughter some pine tar on there and get right back to work.
Many of you will remember that Saunders got pretty emotional when he first heard about the trade and spoke with the media. Butcher also said, I was surprised. I didn't think he'd get that emotional. It was a compliment to all of us. He said we couldn't have been here, those of us with the Angels, without him the last 3 years. The 1-1. Fastball outside. 2-1 the count.
$115 pitches now. Pitch count starting to get up into the worrisome area.
The 2-1. High pop-up. Chris Young is over. Under. Out. And Joe Saunders goes the distance. The 5th complete game in his career. The 3rd he has thrown this year. And his first as a member of the Arizona Diamondbacks. As the Diamondbacks win it in the end because of the pitcher very comfortably tonight as they do so over the visiting Washington Nationals. A lot to talk about on our post-game show. The health of Mark Reynolds, certainly, who homered on his birthday. Joe Saunders and his thoughts. Gracie and I will join them, folks, as well. It's Quest. It's now. It's our post-game show.